Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with a new doll line. We've got the Art Squad. Now, I did wait a bit on these because they are big head dolls, and if you know on my channel, I don't really collect big head dolls so much as I cannibalize them for their bodies and styles. So I tend to wait for doll lines like this to come out and come on sale. And I got a great deal on these at Target. These regularly go for $25. I picked them up for $7.65 each. So just under a third of the price, which is great because I think these could be the missing bodies that I need for my Stacy dolls. So let's take a look. Now these dolls all have one form of gimmick or another. They're not all the same gimmick. Some of them have color in fashions, some of them have etching, some of them have beadwork. They are more of a craft doll, like an activity doll, than anything else. But I'm impressed that they have articulated elbows and wrist, and I think knees. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that really the only options that we have for articulated Stacy is the basketball Stacy that we had that just had elbow and knee articulation, and this is the one that's put out by Mattel. I've also used some of the Snapstar bodies. That makes her significantly shorter, if you can notice that. But our only other option that we've had has been the Creatable World body to make her taller. I'm hoping that these bodies for the Art Squad are going to be this height, but I don't know. So we're going to look at them one at a time. Again, these are a little bit older, but just check out the size of the noggin compared to everything else. Like, it's a bit much, in my opinion. But this is Andy. This is our starting doll. Now, she has these cool little frames, this cool little frame, and some beadwork and charms, and a little bit of leather cording. And she's got some markers for our color in fashions. Now, I don't know if that means this is washable and reusable like the teddy bears of the 90s, but let's take a look at the back and see what it says. So, hers says create bead art, color and accessories, and fashion. And then the Art Squad is a group of talented, stylish art students who express themselves through bold fashion, color, and creativity. Each Art Squad member has a unique fashion and art style to inspire your creativity. Are you ready to craft with the squad? And it's got, of course, their social media handles. She's got a little bit of her little bio. Andy, Pop and Slay. Birthday is August 24th. Her favorite color is pop pink. Her personality is silly and shy. Favorite thing to do is making friendship bracelets. Her art style is jewelry making. Her fashion style is bright pops of color and bold prints. And her favorite art tool is string. A little bit odd. So we do have a bunch of taped edges. So I'm gonna try to get these off. And let me show you guys the UPC. So there is the UPC for Andy, in case you want to try to find her in stores. Like I said, these are older at this point, so you will most likely find them at discount stores kind of going forward. But I love finding dolls like this at discount prices. I think it's what makes things a little bit more accessible for doll collecting sometimes, is just there's such a price, there is a price barrier to a lot of doll brands when you're collecting. But like I said, these originally retailed for $25, which isn't horrible. It's not a bad price point. It's just not a price point that I personally was willing to pay. Okay, and it's got one of these backs that I absolutely hate. This has got a million tabs to try to get her out. So I'm gonna do the thing I wouldn't recommend doing, and I'm just gonna rip her out because ain't nobody got time for that. We've got some eyebrow stickers. And here she is, out of the box. She looks very cute, I think. There's not a lot hidden for her. She does come with a stand, which I'm kind of surprised by. Let me try to find her little spots to get her out. I'm going to just clip her from the back, I think. It's going to be easier, because she's kind of sunken in to this container, which isn't bad. She's still a lot easier to get out than most dolls. So here she is, right here. She looks very cute. She does have articulated knees, so that's awesome. Again, articulated elbows and wrist. Let's see, any chest articulation? No? Decent hip articulation, though. And we have these color-in accessories, which are very cute. So let's see how tall she is. So here's our Stacy, and here she is. I'm gonna get her back in frame. So it looks like we're pretty close. I don't know what her feet look like. Let's see. Okay, so she's got big feet that are at an angle, that do give her a little bit more height when you take it off. So let's see, comparatively, she's still a little taller than our Snap Star dolls, but a little bit more proportioned. So kind of fun, but I don't know if she's going to serve the purpose that I wanted her to. But she's got really cute shoes. These are going to have bigger feet than your LOL dolls, I'm pretty sure. Or your OMG dolls, that's what I mean. Every time I say OMG or LOL, I always mean OMG dolls. And this is kind of like a windbreaker material. So I don't think it's going to wash and wear very well, as far as like rinse and repeat for the coloring in. But she's got a decent head. I don't know. Let's see if her earrings come out. So the earrings do come off. So you can color them in without them being attached to the doll. So that's nice. Kind of cool. The headband does just come off. It's done up around the little bun, but that headband comes off pretty easily. You get a really long rubber band to do it, so you can color that in. And yeah, it's not too bad. We've got this cute little belt that'll work on some of our other smaller dolls. It's like a little Spectra von Geist belt from Monster High. Now let's see what her outfit. So we're gonna look at the shoes. Shoes look good. We looked at them. That's nice. So we can take our little pants off. Got cuffed pants down on the bottom. Okay, so a little bit closer to like Cave Club proportions, but not bad. Overall, let me show you guys the rest under here. So she looks good. She's got a little bit of a messed up elbow under there where something didn't get cut correctly. So that's fine. It's just a quick little nip. Maybe a little bit of magic eraser on there. She's got a little bit of abs. That's kind of fun. But nothing too wild about the body type. I was hoping to have that chest articulation and articulated ankles, but unfortunately we don't. But that's okay. We've got pretty good knee articulation. And let me show you guys what the head looks like. It's got a smaller joint. So it doesn't have an easy to remove head, unfortunately, which means I'm gonna have to heat this up to get it off. But let me do that real quick and show you what it looks like. So this is what her neck peg looks like. As you can see, it is actually a peg. It's not part of her actual neck. There is an interior joint. And then I just went ahead and took out all of the rest of the stuff. So this is what her stand looks like. She's got a little art palette, little central pole back there, and a little hook that goes right under the bust line. Here's her little purse. It also doubles as a bead holder, but is actually held in place by a little rubber band, if I can show you. So a little bead holder right there. Looks like a little gumball machine, which is kind of fun. And then we've got some glasses. Here is her little frame. There's no stickers to put in here, which I kind of think is a mistake since they gave us eyebrow stickers. And then it's slightly adjustable, but not really. And you can color in this picture, because the one that was in there, oddly enough, was just the insert. So, and it doesn't actually fit in the frame. We've also got a brush, because what would a doll brand be without a brush? And then here are the little markers. Bada boom. Just little fine tip markers in yellow, yellow, magenta, and blue. Nothing too crazy about those. We've got some basic pleather cord, and then 4 charms. One that's a smiley face, one that's a little balloon dog, one that's some lips, and one that says pop. So nothing too crazy about those. And then here is her head, of course. I did have to heat it up in the boiling water to get it to come off. It's decently well rooted. I mean, you can dig and find the scalp. It's a little thinly rooted here at the back, but overall, it's pretty decent. I honestly think the gimmicks of it are a little weak. We've had color-in fashions since the 80s, which is kind of sad. But it's interesting. I'll give them that. Do I think it was worth the $25 retail? No. But if these had been like $15 dolls and they'd maybe taken away the articulation, I could see these being pretty popular. But for what they are, from a different brand, hold on, I don't think I looked what brand makes these. These are made by Just Play, so we've seen that brand before, which I'm a little sad. Just Play usually does some pretty decent stuff. And these aren't horrible, but they're okay. Now, let me show you again. What I was hoping to replace was these dolls, so it would make her a little taller. Not much, unfortunately. Like if I were to take this Stacy head off, because that's how easy it is to take the heads off. This is part of the neck peg, which is usually what we see with smaller dolls, but not always. So like if I was to put that doll like that, she doesn't look horrible. She looks a little bit cartoonish. She doesn't really have person proportions, just because her hands and feet are so much bigger than everything else, and she kind of just gets bigger as she goes down, which is a little bizarre. What they were trying to do is balance out the giant head, so I get that. But as a doll replacement body, it makes me a little sad to say that it's probably not going to work, just because Stacy looks a little weird on that body. So I don't think Andy is going to work for that, unfortunately. But alas, we will move on. So taking the Stacy head off is very easy. But I think these fashions will work for Stacy, as we saw earlier. Let's see if they fit our Stacy dolls. Okay. So, a little elastic, and it works. Let's check out the tops. Sometimes these tops are not as big as I think they are. But let's see. So unfortunately, when I have Stacy dolls, I've had to move them either up to Creatable World bodies or just not include them, which makes me a little sad. Okay, so no, they won't work on a Stacy body, the tops. The bottoms will, but not the tops. Oh well. And like I said, the feet on these are actually bigger than a OMG doll. So your fashions are not really going to translate well, unfortunately. Let's see if these can wear Creatable World dolls. Okay, so it's a decent fit for Creatable World. Like, it goes in and it closes in the back. That's an unexpected surprise. So, I mean, it can help out our Skipper dolls, I guess. But kind of big still for them. But that is the first of our art squad. Now, these are much more designed at smaller kids that want to color, but they are just a little too heavy on the activity aspect of it, in my opinion. But it's interesting. Like, it's better than I was expecting. I do like that they give us, like, eyeshadow. And this is eyeshadow, not eyebrows, like I said earlier. Because as we would do, we could just put these right over her eyes, like that. And that's an interesting way to do eyeshadow on a big head doll. Like, not mad at that. That's interesting. But they're just a little underwhelming, in my opinion. The gimmick is 90% of the doll, which isn't bad, you know, it's not bad. But it's just a little heavy on the gimmick for me. Like, every piece pretty much can be colored, which is interesting. I'll give them that. It's interesting. And I like how it's not super heavy on the beadwork or anything, but it's just not my type of doll, I don't think. But let's take a look at Nene, who is our next one. So this is Nene. She is the Jade of the group, it seems. She has got etching art for her skirt, and I guess for her bag. I'm not seeing anything else that would be etched, but it's interesting. Here is the UPC for Nene. Again, this is by Just Play. And we are going to just tear her open, because we've already kind of looked at these dolls and gotten the general vibe. But I want to see really more what's actually getting used for the etching. Like I said, I'm ripping this open. I don't recommend you rip it open. I just get too tired to try and make everything open super pretty on longer videos like this, because there's just too much to do. We've got another round of eyeshadows. Very fun. And here she is out of the box. She looks very cute. But I don't know. Let's try to get her out. So she's got a couple of little staples that hold her in, which is actually less than I was expecting. So I'll give them props on that. There's really only like 4 places you have to cut to get the doll to come out. Like, she came out very easily. But I don't know. She is a little bit different. Not much of a different skin tone. It is a slight shift I've noticed so far. Oh, this is slime or something, because there is something sticky that comes out of that, as you can see from my finger. So that's unfortunate. I will have to use my little rag real quick. I think it's paint, actually. But let's see. Color and fashion accessories. Create etching. I don't know. It's weird. I don't see anything on the packaging about the little, about the paint thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a refill for paint. But it was loose, whatever it is. So that's unfortunate. But that's kind of interesting. Let's see what that actually is. Because we do have instruction manuals. So 10 scratchable paint. Okay. That's what that is. Interesting. I don't know why you would want that, but interesting nonetheless. And we've got our scratchable skirt. So lots of things. And again, we've got our color in pants. Did come off my fingers all right. She sits pretty well, which is nice. We've got a little sponge for the paint. And put that back there. This is our little etching wand. Just scratch our designs out onto. So not horrible. We've got some little glasses. At least they're transparent. I don't think I'll be able to use those for a rainbow high, but I'll check. We've got 3 more colors of markers, so that's good. We can add, actually I think that one's a duplicate, the pink. But the green and the teal are not duplicates. This is our etchable charm, so that's kind of fun. That's more of a for the kids charm. Trying to figure out a good way to make her sit where she's not going to fall over completely. And again, we've got our little frame. This is the little insert that we throw away. And here's her actual picture. And there's just some little tabs right here in the back. These 4, like kind of a normal picture frame. That you just slide them under. And just pop them like that. And she's in her frame now. So nothing too crazy. Here's her stand. We've got the other piece right there. Her brush is a little bit cooler, I think. I haven't seen that kind of design very often. And then, let's see. And then that is what her little stand will look like. So if we just pop that down, we can get her into her stand. Try to get this stuff off of her first so we can take closer looks at it. So here are her shoes. Very cute. Again, not too crazy. These are heels and not just regular shoes, which is kind of fun. Her dress thing is actually more of like an apron, which I'll show you guys here in a sec if I can get it to come off. So her dress is more like an apron. As you can see, it's actually got a layer over it that I'm not sure if we're supposed to take off. I'll look at the instructions more here in a minute, but it's got a film over it that I think is to protect it from getting accidentally etched, which is kind of nice. And then under that, of course, she's got pants and a shirt. And let me take these little earrings off. So she's got one that is a little like circle and another that is like a little piece of paper or a rectangle. They both just have like lined paper on it. And then oddly enough, hers is a little bit easier to take off because she doesn't have any big hair. But that's what her little headband looks like. And she's got some pink and some turquoise in her hair. Or actually that's teal, not turquoise. She does have a different body color, and you can tell it a little bit better in the body and not so much the face. The face looks pretty similar in color. Hold on, get this little... She has a little bracelet on that did not want to come off. We didn't really get any accessories for the other one like that, did we? But she's very cute. Again, these fashions won't work on a Skipper doll. They probably will work on a fail-fix body, but fail-fix or a oh gosh, what's the word? That's what I'm looking for. A fail-fix or a Snapstar doll. So that's what she looks like. Again, they're all going to have the same bodies because these dolls don't really get body diversity most of the time. Well, hell, we really don't have body diversity in whatchamacallit, in OMG or Bratz yet, and they've been around for a while. So we've got all of those cool little accessories. I like that you can kind of mix and match, but each girl's gonna have her own kind of vibe that she's got going, which is fun. But let's see actually what the deal with the little skirt thing is. Let's see. So, remove protective plastic film from skirt before etching on skirt. Remove dress from doll and place on a flat, hard surface. Use the etching tool to create your design. Use etching tool at an angle for best results. To change up your design, use paint sponge and black paint to paint over the skirt. Allow to dry before etching your new design. Clean your paint sponge after each use. Okay, interesting. So you can use that paint to redo the doll. So that's kind of fun. That's an interesting way to change that up, because I was wondering a little bit of how that was going to work out. Because, you know, etching is kind of usually a one-time deal. But not with this one. So our next one of the bunch is Vanna of the Art Squad. And this was one I was hoping for the fact that it was going to be a replacement for my Skipper dolls that I'm currently using, because she's got a new skin tone that I don't have for Skipper dolls yet. But unfortunately, now that we know, it's not going to work. But we've got her UPC right there for anybody who wants to find her. This girl's thing is paint art, which is kind of fun. Again, she's got the color and fashion, so we've got 3 more markers. It's got a very, very pretty frame. We've got a pick instead of a full brush. It actually does come with a little paintbrush, so that's kind of fun. And let's take a look at the back. So again, she looks very cute. You're supposed to paint the back of the jacket and her shirt and her pants, I guess. You're supposed to color in or paint, I'm not sure. But it's very cute. So let's take a look. So again, I'm gonna do the thing that I don't recommend, which is just tearing it open, because I am not worried about saving these dolls' packaging. If you are an in-the-box collector, you do you, boo. I am not an in-the-box collector, even for dolls that I know I'm going to keep in my collection. So I just rip and let rip. Because this kind of doll packaging irks me to no end. Because we have shown over the decades there are better ways to do a doll package than this. Than 1,000 pieces of tape holding on the freaking back of the box. So again, some cute eyeshadows. Very fun. And I'm going to take the doll out now. So here she is. Here's Miss Vanna outside of the box. She looks very cute. She's got a gold look going for her. And I am so digging her shoes. She's got the best shoes so far. And of course, we're going to tilt. We're going to take this out. 1, 2, 3. So, 3 places to take our doll out, and that's it. I'm loving how little connection is actually in there, as that's really nice in my opinion. I like this. She's got cute shorts. Oh, they were doing so good, and then they stuck these together. I mean, at least it's a thread. But there we go. She looks pretty good. She's got this cute little bracelet too. I like her face. Again, I don't know what's up with the freaking headbands. I don't know why. She's got the longest earrings that we've seen so far. but they do match, which is nice, and they're both like paintbrushes. So that's fun. It's on theme, at least. And then let's take a look at this. Okay. Okay. So here is her little headband. She's got, again, a ton of rubber band wrapped around there to secure it, but at least it's not staples in her head. But her back has actually got a little sleeve to put your paintings in. So you can just take that out and put them back in. So that's interesting. I thought they were going to just have you paint the back of the jacket, which, I mean, I was okay with. I wasn't excited about that because denim is generally a little harder to paint. But this is a really cool way to have done this, because they give you 3 little canvases to stick in there, and then you can just pop them back in there to use them. So that's interesting. That is a cool little thing that is, I think, a great way to incorporate something like this for a doll, while also being pragmatic about how dolls work. And we'll take off the last of the rubber bands. She's got just a little bit of hair extra that's being pulled out, but that's not bad. But a really cute face. And actually really cute stuff underneath here. Now, I don't know if these are part of them or separate from them. Let's see. Are you together or separate? Oh, you're separate. Okay. Did I speak too soon? Are you separate or not? Oh, let's take her shoes off first and give you guys a little look-see. So, very cute shoe mold. They are 2 different molds because you've got a left and a right buckle. So that's great. And we have 2 little pieces. So we have some shorts and then like a gold little, like, not spandex, but very cute little like sub outfit, which I think is awesome. So I love this, and this is something you're supposed to paint. This is something you're supposed to color in, which is awesome, but I actually think it looks better than gold because it's got also the matching top, which our other girls didn't have that, even though they did have the color in fashions. So, I don't know. That's an interesting one. Good job on this one. Here is her little bracelet. Very cute. And that is her gold little underwear set under there. Again, very cute. And I wish this body was better proportioned, just because it would be awesome if it was, because then I could use it for my skippers. But alas, some things were not meant to be. Here is our little paintable flower. It's hollow and squishy. That's kind of fun. It does have a little charm holder, so that's fun. So you can put this as like a backpack charm. And then we've got 3 more colors for our color in fashions, which is fun. We also have some paint. This is just like regular acrylic paint, I'm guessing. And then a decently okay little paintbrush. At least it's not a mini brush. It is a full-size brush, at least. Here is her little frame, which we'll look at closer in just a second. And that. And we got her little stand. And the last thing that popped off the floor was the little pick to do her hair. So let's put her little frame together. All right. So her frame is very cute. I do like that. And then we've got her little stand again. Not too crazy. Just a little stand. And we can stick her back here now. So they look very cute. But again, it's very activity heavy. The doll, her fashions were better than the other two so far, so that was nice. But other than that, we're in the same boat. These are definitely aimed at activities and not fashion dolls, but that's okay. Again, I only paid $7 each for these, so I'm not super upset about anything about this. This is all going to go to my niece, most likely, for her birthday that's coming up. So, our next one that we've got is the last one in the series, and she is Lady T, which I don't know why the rest of them got names. And then she just got a moniker. But she has got stencils. So create your own stencil art. So that's kind of interesting. I guess it's with paint. I'm not sure. She's got like this little stamper for like spray paint. But it's interesting. I'll give her that. It kind of sucks that you just get her name and a couple of things. I would have preferred to give like a full stencil sheet if you were going to do that with like letters. She also comes with a scrunchie for you, I guess, to decorate. I guess that's what they're decorating in this picture, is that. So that's kind of fun. She's got more of a street style look to her. And yeah. Nothing too wild about this one. There's her UPC in case you're going to want to take a look. And then I'm going to do what you're not recommended to do, and I'm not endorsing. I just do it because I need to. And that is rip these boxes apart like I am a rabid raccoon. Anyway, the next big thing that we're going to ask about these dolls is really, are they worth even what I paid for them? And most of the Targets that I went to have had these clearance for like the last week or so. So I'm guessing Target has decided that they're not going to sell because they are even less than what their clearance stickers are. So here is the spray paint little stamp thing I was talking about. It's kind of fun. And we're going to get her out of there. 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Oh, no, there's one more over here. It's hiding in the corner. All right. Okay. So here she is. She looks very cute. She's got these little bleeding heart earrings. This one's sticker is already coming out. But not too bad. They're kind of fun. I wouldn't use these earrings for anything. This is not a cannibalize this doll for accessories kind of doll, unfortunately. Here is her headband that says Lady T again. So, meh. She's got some decent hair. And, well, again, we've got some little staples, and you know, I'm not worried about reusing these fashions, so I'm just going to pull them. Show you guys what's underneath. So this is a cute little jacket. I don't think it'll fit any of our bigger dolls. It will probably fit my my minis, my extra minis. So I'll probably keep that and just push the sleeves up. And maybe even the, well, no, the shirts are going to be too big. And we did decide that the pants fit Stacy. Here are her shoes. They are very cute. These are going to fit onto our Creatable World dolls that we saw earlier. They probably will be too loose on our OMG dolls, but those feet are smaller, so they will fit. Whether or not they stay on is kind of like just a different matter. It's a horse of a different color. We've got another one of the little chain belts, so that's fine. And then the pants are actually overalls this time, so we're going to take those down so we can actually take the doll's pants off like this. It's kind of cute. Again, gonna be hard to wear these with the overalls up on most of our other dolls, just because most of our other dolls don't have as short a torso. And again, we've got like a dead smiley face kind of vibe on her shirt, which is kind of fun. And she's got this little purple underwear set on. So nothing too crazy about her outfit. But again, she looks pretty good. It's a different skin tone, so that's nice. Let's take a look at what else she comes with, right? So we've got a stencil sheet right there, and then guessing this is an ink pad. We'll look at her instructions to figure out what that is. We've got a couple of more markers, purple, light pink, and another like magenta pink. So nothing too crazy about that. I'm sorry, I do say nothing too crazy pretty frequently. It gets on people's nerves. sorry. And of course there are some staples that are holding in our little scrunchie. So there's our scrunchie. You could use that on the doll or you could use it on you. Either way. We've got another brush, full brush, nothing crazy about that. Other parts to her stand. Right here. Okay. Kind of feel like her stand should have been more purple, but that's okay. So there's her frame. Again, the part we throw out. And then our part that we're going to put back in the frame. And again, you can color these before, you can color them after. It's just the 4 little tabs that you're putting under that are securing it in place. So it's not hard to remove those. So there's the scrunchie. Now let's take a look at her instructions and see what that is. So 8 is an ink pad. Okay, so it does have what looks like 3 different colors of ink in there. I'm not going to open that because it'll dry it out. But it's still kind of fun. Like, there's nothing really unexpected about these dolls, which I was hoping there was going to be something a little fun to these from an adult point of view. They're not. I mean, they're very limited. The interesting thing that they did do is the re-scratchable paint, which I didn't honestly see that happening. That was kind of a surprise. But other than that, everything is just as advertised. The dolls are articulated. They're not perfect. They've got big heads. They are hard to take the heads off of if you want to use the bodies for other things. The fashions are pretty much only going to fit them and dolls that are smaller than them. And then their shoes are actually really cool. I think their shoes are probably the best parts of their designs, just across the board. I don't like their headbands. Their headbands are ridiculous. And they really don't add that much play into it. The only thing you're doing is coloring it in. I would have rather have seen purses that you could color in every time than headbands. And I like the little portrait gallery. That is kind of a fun add-on, just because you could take these and put whatever you want on the other side of this, or just tape some paintings to the front of them, because other than this one that says Lady T, the rest are just kind of fun decorative frames that you could use. Like, I could put this one up on the wall of my studio, like back there, and nothing would be super amiss about it. So it's interesting. I like how they all had different crafts, which was kind of unexpected. I thought there would be some repeats, even amongst 4. So we have stamping with ink, we have painting with acrylics, we have the etching, and we have the beadwork, and then they all have the color in fashions. So, you know, it's not bad. It is a little random the way they made this doll line, but overall, I think the most I would have paid for these dolls would be $12. I'm glad I didn't buy duplicates, because I was I was thinking I was going to be kicking myself for not buying duplicates because these were going to be the perfect bodies in my brain, but they're not, so. So that's really all they've got. That's the whole line. We looked at all the crafts, we looked at all the accessories, we looked at all the fashions. So if you guys have any questions about them, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. If this helped make your decision on whether or not to buy them, let me know in the comments. Bye, y'all. Be good.